everyone, welcome to my channel. I just got back from the grocery store. It's 1:30 in the afternoon and I haven't eaten. So someone suggested I add chorizo to scrambled egg, I think, for scrambled egg. And to my surprise, I've seen chorizo in the German store that I haven't been to in probably a couple of years, 3 years. But I saw this. Whoops. Johnsonville. And so I didn't even have to break a casing up or something. I wonder if somebody actually makes a breakfast mix. I just got through sauteing a red pepper and some onion, and now that I'm looking at it, it looks kind of small amount if I want to. So the total came to $48.69. I saved $1.01. This here, this is already smoking. This here is already sausage, $5.49. Just want a little bit here. How do you know when it's cooked? It's maintaining a red color. Okay, so a dozen eggs, lucerne eggs, $5.49. I think I want to take this out. I'm gonna clean this pan. Okay, while I'm waiting for the pan to heat up. Got my eggs, which are sweating. I forgot to mention that it's overcast, drizzly. It's cool, but it's surprisingly very, well, moderately humid. It's humid. Let's see. See in Japanese cooking is they whip up the egg, but they put it through a sieve to get all the little glutinous there's things out there. The white, what is that called? The white part of an egg. Okay, so I just like the contrast between a fresh egg and the sausage or the chorizo instead of mixing it all together. That's my thinking. Oh, I think there's too much right here, but I'll put some on here like that. And I have to scramble to get my cheese, which I'm not going to be able to find. 4 cheese blend, $2.49. Yeah, the egg's already too cooked. Well, that's it. Yeah, the egg overdone a little bit. Chorizo. What is oh, that's got the raw egg on it still. Seems to have like a lot of paprika is the main ingredient on that. Oh, also I forgot to get green onions, but I got sour cream for $1.50. I know it seems odd. I just eyeballed the liter of Coke, 2-liter Coke, whatever I have in the fridge. But I made a cup of tea. So I forgot to get the green onions, which would have been good. But I warmed up some nachos. I noticed they had a nacho cheese blend when I picked up this 4 cheese blend for $2.49. This guy here. I know I gotta start eating. There we go. just delicious. What can you say? Nice homemade, fresh taste. You know what else? I think it's been more than 2 weeks, 3 weeks, because I have the pumpernickel too. I was using yesterday. I had a couple of eggs, fried eggs, and I have no bread. I usually buy the wheat bread, not the whole wheat, but just the wheat bread. And I started eating this instead of bread, the floured tortillas. That's just the Shaw's signature brand, but I've been eating these instead. This is actually gonna fill me up. I bought one of those, I bought the hash brown, but I didn't cook it. I got it in here, hash brown. There's only a handful of items on this, and I can't find them. $3.79. So that would have been good. I just felt like getting bologna. I wanted fried bologna. Or just bologna in general. I bought 2 mangoes. I don't think they're ripe. Got a couple of days for those. Although I picked the ones with the most red, the reddish blush on them. $2.98. No, they're still pretty firm. I saved the seeds, plan on seeing if I can germinate them. Why didn't you say something? I completely forgot. It's right here. How did I not get that on the Okay, this should kick it up a notch. Oh, that's good. That is good. You know, I have that fajita pan, but I don't know. Like, I think you get like flank steak or something like that, and then you have to cut it. You have to cut it against the grain or something like that. Then there's the fajita spice mix you use. Never mind. I've seen the fajita mix in the meat section where they got the meat the onions and the peppers all set to go. Or was that stir fry? Wow, that was so good. You know what I can do? I mean, there's not a lot there. I could just take this, mix this in. I really like the caramelized onion. Oh wow. Even though the peppers and the onions are cold now, that is just delicious. Wow. Yeah, a nice cold Coca-Cola would probably be better. So I also got the leftover rice from the gyro that people keep on correcting me on. But what about a helicopter, a gyro helicopter, or a gyro? Do they pronounce that gyro in Greek? So I bought, it better not be drumlets because I bought wings. $8.88. $8.88 for chicken. I think there was another problem with chicken. They had a huge, didn't they have a huge fire? Or was that a pork processing plant? I also bought, with the future, I idea of making some sticky rice and mango. I got the coconut milk. Now, they don't have a sweetened coconut milk, it's just all unsweetened. And then they had a coconut cream, and the picture showed it was just like whipped cream. So that's definitely not what I got from the Thai place. And I want to know, where does sesame seeds come from? Because this thing here, let's see what we got. The potato patties with $3.79, sour cream $1.50, $1.50, and sesame seeds $5.99. Flour tortillas $1.99. The coconut milk, that's expensive too, $4.99. But that's $6. And I'm not even certain. I thought that's what it was on top of the mango, on top of the sticky rice. I don't know. To me, I guess it came from the milk, the coconut. It seemed like I say cinnamon, but there was, I don't know. It seemed like cinnamon would be a good addition. Alright. That's good. That's just like nachos, but better. So nachos with chorizo. I'm gonna get that nacho cheese blend. These are like what do they call it? A niche market type of. These are restaurant style nacho chips, but they're not made by the big box, the big companies. Comes in them. I'll go show you the bag. It just says restaurant style tortilla chips, yellow corn masa flour, tortilla chips with the caramelized onion and the red peppers, big dollop of sour cream. I didn't get any guacamole. Man, this is delicious. There's this local company. I don't even know what they do. I got the impression that they brew their own beer. And, but you don't see much activity at this place. But I noticed, I knew what they planted is, they have some hops vines in front of the place. And I seen the little pods. And I was thinking of doing that one year, about growing hops buying all the equipment to make my own beer, but I'm not. I keep on telling you this, but you don't probably believe it. I still have 3 bottles of the last time, from the last time I had beer in a video of Sam Adams in the fridge. So in the course of a year, depending on how many videos I do, I like to have it, a Corona with my, like raw oysters. For some reason I think that if I get a bad oyster, the beer's gonna help, but probably not. But they just go good together. I don't think oysters and a soft drink would go good, like a Coke. Wow. Yeah, they should use chorizo. What do they usually? They usually just use hamburger, right? With taco seasoning. Yesterday I looked out my back window at the yard, and usually when I go into the yard, I know right off the bat that things seem quieter than usual. Like no bird activity, no squirrels. I haven't seen a single squirrel in the backyard since yesterday. And usually what that indicates is there's been a kill. Sometimes I see feathers around the bird bath. That bird bath has been there for like over 10 years. It's just a post with a heated bird bath on top, which I use during the winter. So it's been a fixture in this neighborhood, and the birds use it, especially today when it's just like drizzle. It's not even raining out. So for the past, all the lawns, if you don't water them, the lawns are crunchy. So we haven't had a good rain for a couple of weeks. And the birds have been really using the bird bath, and I'm good at refreshing it, cleaning it up, cleaning it out. So it's always fresh water. But yeah, something's been pooping in my garden. I think it's the fox. I put a little pan of water on the ground, and it's been there all summer. I've been filling it up, and I'm sure critters have been using it, but I haven't actually seen the fox for a while. Anyways, last week I look out the back window and I look in the neighbor's yard, and I think what I see, my brain tells me I see the white patch on the front of a squirrel when they're standing on their hind legs, because there's another squirrel putting out, like, that thing they do when they're declaring their territory, or when there's a cat nearby. They've got that warning sound that they make. Well, I got a small apple tree in between the line of sight so I'm trying to look between the branches, and the squirrel's putting out the warning call, and I'm like, why isn't that squirrel scrambling to the nearest tree? And then my eye catches there's a cat on top of the neighbor's garage roof, and I'm like, okay, that's what the warning call's all about. And the squirrel, in my mind, with the white, is just standing there looking like this. Like, what's going on? I'm like, don't stand around trying to figure out what's going on. Get to the nearest tree. So the cat's looking. There was some bramble, wild raspberry bushes between the cat's line of sight and what I thought was the squirrel on the lawn. So I see the cat trying to figure out, like, how did the cat get on there in the first place? Well, there was a post from a stockade fence, and it went from the fence to the top of the roof. So it jumped back onto the post and went down, and then I didn't see where it was. Well, the next property over is terraced, so the property next to me has a wall between them and their neighbor, because their property's up maybe like 6 feet higher, so they have a retaining wall. So I see the cat pop up from the other side of the retaining wall, and that's when I realized that it's not a squirrel, it's a hawk. And the bird comes through the cat comes through the bramble, and the hawk flies off. It was big, but they can't risk any injury because, they gotta catch prey for a living. They can't hunt, they don't eat, they don't live. So the hawk just killed a rabbit. Now, I don't know if you ever been startled by a rabbit. I've got baby rabbits in the backyard all the time. About those small ones, and then like medium-sized ones. And they got this, like, if there's a lot of plants, they hide in there. And then if you disturb them while watering, they just take off. And you don't know they're there until they take off. So they're so fast. I don't know how a bird of prey can catch them unless they're in an open field. Because, these are yards. This is a suburban neighborhood with fences and trees, and I don't see how they do it, how they navigate, come in, and able to get a rabbit. I think it's ideal in the early morning because the sun's coming up and it's in their eyes. At least one side and maybe the hawk will come in from that side and the rabbit isn't going to see it. And I think the statistics said that a bird of prey, like a hawk, is about 20, it might have said, I'm going to say 27% success rate. So once again, you got domesticated cats killing. People don't realize how many millions of birds domesticated cats kill on a yearly basis. And now you have, to my surprise, they take prey away from birds of prey. I was shaking my head. I'm like, oh man, I wish I had, I was thinking of doing an Arduino project just to make my own security camera and record, the footage in the backyard so I could catch something like that. I have seen tufts of fur from a rabbit in the backyard before, and I just figured it was either a kill or if you ever see rabbits fighting, they're probably like cats, or tufts of fur go flying all over the place when they're fighting each other. Or even put a motion sensor camera on that little tray of water that I have on the ground to see what visits that during the course. I could get a trail camera, but they're not really known for their best resolution. That's sort of like a breakfast, but I'm having a dessert. I bought the minis by accident. Little drums. I just eat 2 of them, but I'll have one. Wow. This must come from a flower, right? Sesame. If these are dried out, if you plant these, they don't sprout right. Have to look that up. I was just thinking, what used to be really popular is those little ice cream cups. You pull the tab off, and where was that wooden spoon? It'd be a little wooden spoon like attached to the top, or was it inside? And you just use that wooden spoon to eat your ice. They still make that. Now that I think about it, I don't recall seeing that in the freezer section, in the ice cream section anymore. Those used to be a big deal. Is that a scannable code there? What is that? It almost looks like something you use with your smartphone. Is it a contest or something, maybe? Well, that would actually, and then 1 egg. So that's sort of a train of thought I had there is, I haven't been, I would buy a loaf of wheat bread, and it's probably just a little bit better than having like white Wonder Bread or something. But I'd had that in the toaster with margarine on top of it, or whipped butter, 2 eggs. Sometimes I'd put the eggs on top of the toast, but I dumped these out by accident. Hope the bag was clean. I have one of these that filled me up with 1 egg with the pepper and onion. I still have like the hash brown. But I wonder if these are healthier than having a slice of wheat toast. It looks like it has, the same, all these, chemical ingredients. But I bet you this is less calories. It's 80 calories. That seems like a lot compared to a slice of toast. Could be wrong. What's the typical calories of a slice of bread? Of wheat bread? Well, let me end the video there. Managed to make that a real long video. But that was really good, that chorizo. If you use chorizo on tortilla chips and make nachos, sprinkle red onions. I'd even saute those red peppers and onions. What is usually on a nacho basket? It's just the hamburger with the taco seasoning, dollop of sour cream, and a dollop of avocado, right? That's about it. Oh, and of course the cheese. I'm gonna give that a try. That's something that fills you up too if you just have a thing of nachos. Well, thanks everyone for your continued support and your comments. And yeah, mix it up, try different things. I really like that. You can tell I haven't eaten as first meal. I got all this gurgling going on. But I think I'm gonna start. You know what? I think maybe the walking or a bike ride. One of those two. I was thinking of getting an action cam and putting it on my bike, but you know what? There's another thing about getting older, is that I can only go as far as my bladder allows me to. Having a cup of tea doesn't help. But you drink a lot of water. I guess if you go, they'll let you go into their bathroom, like the options like a fast food place. The only thing is you can get home quicker when you're on the bike. If you gotta go I was thinking of doing fishing. I'm like, well, what happens if I go all the way over to the ocean? Over to I don't know where you can do fishing now. Can you fish off a Revere Beach? I think they got public restrooms there. I don't know, I was wondering, like, okay, where do you go to the bathroom? Man, good memories. Getting up early, like on a Saturday or Sunday morning. I've got my 3-speed Stingray with the banana seat, and I've got the fishing rod in between. You know, it was always just, you had your technique there of putting it in between the frame and hanging it on top of your handlebars, sissy bars. I think they used to call them sissy bars, or that was at the back bar. And I'd either get some worms the night before, or I'd get I'd ask my mom if I could get, or maybe I'd buy it myself because I had a paper out. I'd get a thing of biscuits, and I'd open up a thing of biscuits, and I'd just use the dough. You catch carp, catfish, perch. I just caught them for the sake of catching them. Catch and release. Got the bobber on there. Cast it in. See the bobber get hit. Just fish all the local ponds. But you get up early in the morning to leave. You'd be like, okay, I'm going fishing, okay. Come back 8 hours later. Nobody asks questions. You know. There's pretty good odds you're coming back. Nowadays, everyone's gonna have your smartphone. And your parents will be checking up on you every 5 minutes. And you wouldn't be enjoying fishing, you'd be on your smartphone. I don't see people fishing. I can't remember the last time I saw somebody casting a rod into a local lake. Well, as I said multiple times, thanks everyone. And appreciate your continued support. Thanks for using the Amazon affiliate link in the description to make any of your Amazon purchases. And until next video, bye everyone. Thanks for watching.